Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to Online Teaching Academy A-Kalaiva. Today we are going to discuss about 6th Standard Science. Board CBSE Class 6th, Subject Science, Topic Getting to Know Plants, Part 1. Look at the pictures, children. Can you name them? Yeah. Root, leaf, stem, flower and seeds. When we study about living organisms made up of cells, right? Like that, today we are going to learn about plants, plant pots and structure of the plant. By the end of this chapter, you should be able to state structure of plants, the root system, the shoot system, leaves, flowers, fruits and seeds. You see, living organisms made up of cells. We learned in previous chapter things around us. I hope you can remember that, right? Here, see, living things made up of cells. The group of cells combine together to form tissue. What are the tissue present in the plant? Xylem and phloem are the tissues that present in the plant, right? Next, group of tissue joined together or combined together to form organ. For example of organ, leaf, stem, right? Next, group of organ combined together to form organ system. What is organ system? That is a root system and shoot system. If you take in human being, we have reproductive system, respiratory system. In the same way, like that, what? In the plant also have organ system, right? Finally, different organ system combine together to form an organism. That is a plant. So, today we are going to discuss about structure of plants. See, children, some of the plants are very small, some of the plants are too long, some of the plants are medium sized, right? According to that, we can classify it into herbs, shrubs, trees, climbers and creepers. Let us see one by one. See, this is a herbs. Herbs are very small. It has thin stem. Coriander, mint are the examples of herbs, right? Next, shrub. Shrubs are medium sized. It has little woody stem. Okay. Rose, hibiscus are the examples of shrubs. Next, trees. Trees are very tall, hard, and it has roots, it has fruits, branches, right? So, neem tree, apple tree, coconut tree are the examples of trees. Next, creepers and climbers. See, creepers cannot grow straight. It can grow along the ground. Pumpkin, watermelon are the examples of creepers. Then, climbers. Climbers need support to grow. For example, it needs support rock, tree, wall, right? Money plant, betel plant and black pepper are the examples of climbers. So, these are the structure of the plant. Now, in the structure of plants, mainly divided into two types. What are the two types? That is root system and shoot system. What is root system? The part of the plant that grow under the ground is called root system. Then what is shoot system? The parts of the plant that grow above the ground are called shoot system. In shoot system, fruits, stem, flower, leaves are there, right? In this, we are going to discuss about root system. Plants remain fixed into the soil with the help of the root, right? The roots are divided into two types, that is taproot and fibrous root. You see, taproot, how taproot is formed? When the seed, see, this is a structure of seed. When the seed germinate, the first part is coming out from the seed. That is a radicle. Right. This radicle grows deeply into the soil in the taproot. This is a primary root. Then after that it forms the secondary root or lateral root. Then root has or appear, right? So, this is a taproot. Then, see, next one, see, this is a taproot. Next, fibrous root. Here, the first root of radicle comes out from the seed, right? This is replaced. Then, the bunch of roots grow from the base of the stem. That is called fibrous root. Now, we will discuss about the examples of taproot and fibrous root. You see, carrot, beetroot, radish, turnip are the examples of taproot because it stores the food inside the root, right. The next, the examples of fibrous root are onion, sugarcane, onion root, sugarcane root, wheat root and maize root. These are the examples of fibrous root. Next, what is the difference between taproot and fibrous root? See children, if you take taproot, it has a primary root. See, it is a primary, it has a primary root. But in fibrous root, there is no primary root because the bunch of roots found there, right. Next, the taproot penetrate deep into the soil to fix firmly. It is difficult to uproot it, but they grow at the base of the stem, right, and do not anchor well in the soil. So, easily we can uproot the fibrous root. The next, what are the few examples? Carrot, radish, beetroot and turnips are the examples of taproot. Here, grass, maize, wheat, onion, sugarcane, rice, tomato and corn are the examples of fibrous root. Now, what is adventurous root? Adventurous root, they can develop from any parts of the plant except root. Adventurous root can grow either from a node or a stem cutting or a branch of the tree. Node, money plant, stem cutting, rose, a branch, that is a banyan tree are the examples. Then, what is the function of root? There are four main functions of root. First function, anchorage. You see, taproot, it enter into the soil deeply and fixed firmly. Okay, it anchorage into the soil. Second point, absorption. See, the root absorb water, minerals, oxygen from the soil. The next function, conduction. Water, mineral, oxygen absorb from the soil. Which one? The root absorb from the soil to conduct other parts of the plant. So, that is a conduction. See, in that conductions, it conduct through the xylem. That is, inside xylem, phloem tissues are present. You will learn in higher class, right? Next, prevention of soil erosion. Roots, especially fibrous root, hold the soil particles together to prevent the soil erosion. Next, we are going to discuss an activity to observe absorption by root. What are the material needed? Glass of water, ink and radish, right? You take a glass of water, add few drop of ink. Then you take a radish placed inside the glass of water. Leave it for few days. Right? We do not disturb this. See, when we are taking the radish, place it inside the water. Right? What will happen after 2 days? Shall we see that? Yeah. See, after 2 days, we have to take the radish and cut it into 2 parts in the middle. Right? What do you observe in this? See, children. See, can you see the blue ink here? Yeah, the water absorbed by the tip of the radish and has reached upwards, okay, reached upside including ink. So, during this activity, what can you understand? The absorption of water takes place in root. So, finally, we conclude that the water is absorbed by root. I hope you all understood this activity. You can also try it at home, children. Next, we are going to discuss about modification of roots. You see, there are 5 different modification of root. Now, we are going to see that 5 modification of root and why such modifications takes place in the root. Right? Number 1, providing additional support, multiplication, respiration, floating of water and obtaining nutrition. Now, let us see one by one. What are the modifications takes place? You see, first one, providing additional support. See here, see, prop root. Here, the root coming from the branch of the tree to anchor inside the soil and give support to the plant. That root is called prop roots. Example, banyan tree, right? Next, stilt root. This root appears the first few nodes of the stem. You see, it appears here. It also enter into the soil, gives support to the plant. Example, sugarcane, that is stilt roots. Next one, climbing roots. It needs support. For example, beetle. So, here the root appears at get support to other plant or wall. Okay. So, money plant, beetle leaves are the examples of climbing root. Next, the second modification, multiplication. See, in this, this is a tuberous root. See, this is a tuberous root. Here, root tubers such as those dahlia, asparagus and sweet potato, okay, this is a sweet potato, are modified food storing adventurous root and may also gives rise to a new plant. So, what modifications takes place here? In tuberous root, it store the food and produce the new plant, right? Next modification, respiration. You see, here roots of some marsh plants grow upwards. Marsh means what? In that place have always water with clay soil, right? So, here in the tip of the root, okay, it has a minute pore. Through the pore, it respires. So, these are called breathing roots. Here, these roots modified to breathe, okay. Next modifications, roots floating on water. See children, some of the plants have air-filled and spongy roots. See here, these roots. So, it can easily float on the water. Example, pistia. Next, obtaining nutrition. Here, roots of parasites. See, roots of parasitic plants such as todder. So, this is a todder plant. Okay. Penetrate into the host and take nutrition. It depends on the host plants. Okay. So, that we can say parasitic plants get nutrients from the host plants. So, these are the modification of root. What we have learned today children? We learn about structure of a plant, herb, shrub, trees, creepers and climbers. After that, it divided into two parts, that is a root system, shoot system. Today we discussed only root system. In that root has two parts, that is a taproot and fibrous root. Then what are the difference between taproot and fibrous root we discussed. Then we did one activity also, right? How root absorb the water. The last what we discussed? We discussed the modification of roots. There are 5 different modification of root. I hope you all understood the topic. Thank you children. To receive our online lesson, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Thank you.